My name is Dr. Esther Trufan, and in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to titrate your previously prepared solution that contains your decomposed sodium bicarbonate. Now, if you ran your experiments to completion, then this should only have sodium carbonate in it, which means that the volume you consume until the titration to phenolphthalein and the volume you consume between the phenolphthalein color change and the methyl red color change should be identical. If it's not, then you may have to do some more elaborate calculations to determine what is the proportion of sodium bicarbonate to sodium carbonate in your sample, and you may need to make decisions on how to proceed with your project. For this experiment, we're going to use our solution prepared from 1 gram of our decomposition mixture in 100 milliliters of water. We are going to use an Erlenmeyer flask for the titration. We'll be using a 25 milliliter graduated cylinder. We'll be using the phenolphthalein and the methyl red indicators, and we're going to charge our burette with the 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid solution. As a first step, we are going to measure between 15 and 20 milliliters of our mixture solution. We are going to record it with our eye level at the meniscus. It is 16.6 milliliters. We're going to pour this into our Erlenmeyer flask and set it aside. Next, we're going to add 1 drop of our phenolphthalein indicator. And remember from our earlier experiment, if it only has sodium bicarbonate, the color should not change. However, if it has even a little bit of the sodium carbonate, it will. And this is good news because it means at least some of our sodium bicarbonate has converted to sodium carbonate. Before we begin our titration, let's record the initial volume of our hydrochloric acid solution. We're going to get to eye level with the meniscus of the solution in the burette, and we're going to record a starting volume that in our case is 1.60 milliliters. And then we figure out our handedness. I am right-handed, so I'm going to have my Erlenmeyer in my right hand and control the valve with my left. We don't know how much is sodium carbonate, so we want to take this titration gently and go very slow. If the color doesn't change too quickly at first, you may be a little bit more brave and go with more substantial additions. And whenever you see the color fade, you want to slow it down, just like you did before. When you do the same titration the second time, you will have a better sense of how much hydrochloric acid you need to add to get to your color change. Whenever you have a drop hanging, you want to let that fall. Let's add 1 or 2 more drops. And we close it up. This is a really slight shade of pink, and we can stop our titration here. Next, we are going to record the volume at this endpoint. So the endpoint of the phenolphthalein titration, it is at 13.64 milliliters. Next, we're going to add our methyl red indicator, just 2 drops. Close it up. Swirl it. And we are ready to complete our final titration here. And again, we want to get to that golden shade orange as our endpoint. It is still yellow, but turning. And we're developing slowly that golden orange hue. And we're there. We made sure we closed the valve. We got the right shade. All we have to do is record our second endpoint. And in our case, that is with our meniscus at the eye level. It is 32.31 milliliters. And with that, we titrated the solution we made from our mixture that came from the decomposition of baking soda If our calculations show that the baking soda wasn't completely converted to sodium carbonate, then we need to go back and heat it some more and then try titrating it again to confirm whether or not we successfully converted it all to sodium carbonate.